Tell me, honey, give it up. I can't stop laughing because I keep replaying a clip over and over again, honey. And it is of the Real Housewives of Potomac where Karen tells Candace, honey, your mind is so brilliant, you know, it's so powerful, but so is your mouth. And then Karen is like raising her hands, honey. I'm like, ooh, child. Candace, I hope not another person, honey, is trying to put their hands on you, honey. Okay, you need them karate lessons now, sis. Duck and dodge. Did anybody else get nervous when Karen started speaking to Candace with her hands and then Candace actually shut her mouth? I was cracking up. All right, y'all, it's your girl, brand new. Y'all know I'm back in the building, honey. I was so tickled by that part. Was anybody else as tickled as I was? That shit was funny. Oh my gosh. This is the recap, you guys, for season 5 of Real Housewives of Potomac. This is episode 13. I will be talking all over the place, honey. Okay, this ain't gonna be like a regular review where I go over every little thing. Let's talk about the main things. Okay. First things first, like I said, y'all, that scene with Karen and Candace, honey, it was everything to me. It was just so funny. My issue with Candace is this, and Candace, I am on your side, sis. I promise I am. I like you more than Monique. I feel like you are being authentically who your mother brought you up to be. I love your mouth. Okay, y'all know Candace, honey. She can dish a lot of shit out, honey. Okay, she can get the girls together, honey. I love that about her. But Candace, I don't think it is very becoming of you to try to force Karen to see things your way. I just don't. If this woman keeps telling you she's Monique's friend and she's your friend too, and you know, it is what it is. Just let her be in the middle. Just let her be neutral. I will say again, Karen fucked up when she mentioned that if it were her in the altercation with Monique, she would have called the police. She did not need to share that with Candace and the rest of them girls, because that right there, that just gave them more ammunition to come after you, Karen, and you just shouldn't have said that. You should have kept that to yourself. But still, I think everybody need to get off of her back and stop trying to force her to choose if she doesn't want to. Because, Candace, you are winning. Everybody is on your side. You got Gizelle, you got Robyn, hell, you got Wendy that pretty much got that damn Monique together on that phone, honey, and said, oh, you had a little event, honey. I ain't coming, honey, okay? That ain't what she said, but honey, we gonna get to it. I thought that was kind of funny too. This episode was just funny to me, you guys, all over the place. It was just crazy. But yeah, I don't like that, trying to make somebody do something that they don't want to do. That's like trying to force people to apologize when they're not really sorry. It's just, you know, you just doing just a little bit too much. Okay, don't do that. Okay, let's basically talk about Wendy's event. More or less what happened at the event. We can talk about what they was talking about as far as politics and all of that in another little section. Let's talk about the meat and potatoes, okay? Ashley, you told on yourself. You told on yourself when you were trying to defend Monique, and you said out your own mouth, her and Chris really could have told on me and Michael. And Robyn got to looking at you suspiciously like, well, why would they tell on you when they didn't see, you know, what happened with Michael? Y'all remember that's where the ass grabbing happened at Monique and Chris's in them house. Remember they was having, I think, that rainbow party or whatever. So I'm thinking that's the event that, you know, Ashley got to talking about. But yeah, she kind of told on herself because we were all very suspicious of why Ashley and Monique are these good Judys all of a sudden and why they are so cool. And Ashley is saying, well, she's being so loyal to Monique because she feels like Monique could have really made up stories about her. No, she's covering for you. And for you to bring that up at random, like the way that you did, because really, bitch, you could have just said, well, I'm taking up for Monique because we have grown to get really close and I know that she needs a support system right now. But for you to bring up that specific detail, that makes me look at you, that makes me look at you a little bit further, honey. It makes me give you the side eye, Ashley. Okay, what do y'all think about that part specifically? I felt like Ashley was telling on herself. And I feel like Robyn was kind of looking at her funny too. You know, like, huh, girl, is there something you want to tell us? Yeah, Gizelle was side-eyeing her, too. And because Ashley got to saying, oh, that shows that Monique has integrity. No, because if she didn't see your husband touch anybody, how is that not having integrity? She literally didn't see it, so she can't comment on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't see anything. Well, she could have made up a whole bunch of story. Girl, you're reaching, and you are revealing yourself. And Monique, honey, bitch, you mentioned in one of your little scenes you was in, oh, I don't like to feel iced out. But you the same bitch that thought you was gonna ice out Candace. Okay, isn't that something, you guys? Like, you wanted to ice Candace out at the beginning of the season. You wanted everybody to be against her. But, bitch, now the roles have changed and everybody is against you. Woo! See, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite, okay? Now, how you doing, sis? So Ashley feels like Wendy, Gizelle, and Robyn, you know, they are all dragging Monique, you know, through the fire, under the coals, as she says. And, you know, this is what happens when you display bad behavior. This is what happens when you have malicious intent towards one of your castmates. Okay, karma is a bitch, and it came right back around to bite Monique in the ass, because I think that Monique wanted to, like I just said, she wanted to ice Candace out. She wanted to beat her ass and brag about it, and she thought y'all was going to be cool with her still, and she was going to be talking shit, because let me tell you something, Monique would be acting a completely different way had she not received so much backlash. I think she would still be cocky and arrogant about it. Okay, so that child ain't fooling Miss Robinson, honey. Okay. Monique, you lack integrity. You lack common sense. I don't know about her returning to the show, you guys. I just caught up on a part, right, where Karen and Candace was talking, and I was here for what Candace was saying, because I think Candace was coming from a place of, Karen, you need to have a bigger conversation with Monique about what she did, because she's still bragging about what she did to me. Because somebody on social media made a comment, and the comment said, "Pow, you sure be knocking them out, boo," at Mrs. Monique Samuels, okay? And Monique turned around and liked the comment. Monique, no ma'am, there ain't no way in hell you sorry. And, you know, you feel so much remorse and regret, and you was ready to apologize, and you are still on social media acting a fool and interacting with your fans and liking violent posts that they put up against Candace. No ma'am. You have to have a certain amount of integrity where your actions and your words, they begin to line up. And that is how people are able to judge you. And, you know, when those things are not coinciding with one another, people don't take you seriously, and you know, you lose all credibility. Okay. So you need to get yourself together. And Karen, if I were you, it's okay for you to support Monique. I understand you all have a friendship, but you need to talk to her about that. Like, girl, I can't be out here vouching for your ass and you still doing stupid shit like that. So you do need to have a further conversation with her, Karen. So Wendy joins Karen and Candace when they're having this conversation, and Wendy, pretty much interrupts them and just says, I really want Monique to just own the fact that, she just didn't like Candace and wanted to fight her. And I think that that's where it's at for a lot of us, because Karen began to mention to Wendy that Candace had told her, she is seeing a therapist right now because of the PTSD with the situation with Monique. Wendy also mentioned that there was no drink thrown on Monique until after, she dragged Candace, and that's when everything began flying everywhere. I think Candace did end up throwing her drink, but it was because, hell, that was a way of her defending herself. You see what I'm saying? So there was a drink that did happen to get thrown on Monique, but nobody threw a damn drink on your ass and then you began swinging. No, Monique, that's completely different. You was already clowning and acting a fool when that drink got on you, honey. Okay? Karen begins talking about how she does feel like there is something medically wrong with Monique. Karen begins saying, and she will still stand and be neutral with Monique until she gets the medical reports. Wendy ain't having it, honey. Okay, she like, girl, bye. You ain't making no sense right now, girl. Wendy also began to mention that Monique is the one that after, she dragged Candace or whatever, and they separated the two of them. Y'all remember she went around the barn again and was saying, oh, I'm gonna kill her. And I don't want to hear nobody saying, oh, well, Candace was talking shit to her. Girl, what do you think somebody's gonna do to you after you drag them? They go talk shit to you. They go call you a ghetto hood. They may call you a bitch. Put yourself in their shoes, okay? So, yeah, Wendy has a point. Monique was just really out of it. Like, you had already fought the girl, dragged her, whatever you wanted to do, you did it. And for you to get re-upset and want to run around the barn to try to attack the girl again, you crazy, honey, okay? You're missing a few screws. Candace also goes on to tell Karen that Monique has been leaking information to the blogs that are lies. And, we all have talked about it. And that is true. That is true that Monique has been doing that. But like I said before, Candace, you can't make nobody do nothing that they don't want to do. So if she's not going to go hard for you all the way and choose your side the way you want her to, then I would let it go, sis, because you came out the winner though. Yeah, you may have gotten dragged, but you came out the winner because you got the majority vote. You got Gizelle, Wendy, and Robyn, and all she got is Ashley and Karen, honey. That's all she got, okay? And them psychotic fans, honey, that still want to support her, okay? I'm just saying. So Karen and Wendy began going back and forth because Wendy still feels that Karen is not holding her accountable. I feel like Karen did hold Monique accountable when they had that meeting. They even showed the clip to that. So, like I said, you can't make people, you guys, do things that they don't want to do. They're either going to do them or they're not, period. Karen tells Wendy, honey, as educated as you are, you sound ignorant. And y'all know that pissed off Wendy, honey. Okay. Kudos to you, Candace, for breaking up that fight between Wendy and Karen, because it really could have went left. If Candace was that type of childish bitch that y'all claim her to be, she would have been all for them going back and forth over her. But for her to be like, I don't want to make this worse than what it is. I don't want to make this bigger than what it is. I need you guys to stop arguing. That was all right with me, and that's why I like Candace, period. Because that was cool. A lot of them on this show, you guys, come on, let's be honest, they wouldn't have did what Candace did. I think on a deeper level, now that I'm looking at it, I could kind of understand a little bit more of why Candace wanted Karen's support. Because she made a comment in her confessional saying that she was always on Karen's side when people side-eyed Karen, about various different things, problems in her marriage, tax issue, just all types of things, that have went on with Karen, her moving to Great Falls, stuff like that, where all the girls have, just poked fun at Karen. And they felt like Karen wasn't just keeping it real with them. She was doing things in a sneaky way. And for Candace to say, damn, I had your back all those times. And, I should have just kept my mouth shut. I should have just been neutral. I shouldn't have. And I think Candace began to talk like that because she sees some similarities in her relationship with Monique and with Karen. Because with Monique and that whole situation of Ashley calling her a drunk and, all you do is drink and you crashed your car and I didn't crash my car. I could drink without doing that. Ashley was doing all that shit to Monique, and Candace took that on like that was her problem and was really down for Monique, just for Monique to stab her in the back. And I think that that's kind of what we're seeing with this situation with Karen. But I still stand by what I said. You cannot make people rock with you any more than what they already do. They are either willing to do it on their own or not. You can't make them. And if she wants to be neutral and be in the middle, let her. You have your support. But yeah, I could definitely see kind of where Candace is coming from a little bit on certain things. So at the end of that scene, we have Candace telling Wendy, you're a real bitch. You're a real bitch. You got my back. And I like that. I like that Wendy has Candace's back because Candace needs a friend on this show. Not like Gizelle, not like Robyn, because they're kind of friends. Her friends, because of this situation, is against Monique. Let's be real, right? And I think that Robyn likes Candace, but, I don't even want to get into all of that, you guys. Honey, that's a story for another video. I feel like they surface like her. I feel like Wendy really likes and cares about Candace. That is what I got from this episode. So I like that for my girl because she really needs that. So we see in the next episode, the ladies will be going to Portugal. I'm happy that they are finally heading out of town, honey. Okay, so let's move on to Robyn and Juan. They're out with the kids and Robyn's parents are there. I like their little family outing. I thought that it was very cute. Juan basically talked to Robyn's mom and dad about, him proposing to her soon. So, and they were down for it. They ended up finding out about the tax issue. Robyn was kind of scared of their opinion on that whole thing. I guess they found out about it on Instagram and they was just telling her she needs to pay it. Robyn said that, she already has made arrangements to take care of the situation, to have it paid. And, then they can, I guess, begin looking for a house and, everything will come together for them. So that scene, was pretty cute. Robyn, take that shit off your head. I heard of dreadlocks, but shit locks, take that shit off your head. And Robyn, I am referring to that hideous wig that you wore to Wendy's event. No, ma'am. You could have got a better wig off Amazon for what? I know, you having a money situation, honey. And a lot of folks is, honey, but you got to know where to get them wigs. And you could have got something off Amazon. I'm sure you got enough money to get a quality wig. Okay, that wig was just all wrong. All the ladies was making fun of her for it, you guys. Even her homegirl, Gizelle. And we know Gizelle really can't talk about nobody because her damn fashions and shit, be very questionable. But yeah, when Gizelle said says it's bad, honey, guess what? It's bad, okay? Take that shit off your head. Don't you dare do that no more. Robyn, you may do things, I don't know. Why you didn't wear the wig you had on when you was going to meet Juan? The little black, you should have did something like that, honey. And I want to see Robyn with some darker, longer hair. I think she needs to like fix up her look a little bit and quit with the Party City wigs, honey. No, ma'am. So there's also a scene we see with Gizelle and Juan, and they basically just pick out the perfect ring for Robyn. And I was impressed that Gizelle knew all the details of the ring that Robyn, would want. So that really says a lot about their friendship. That was cool. I liked all of that. I loved it all. I'm happy that Juan is really getting serious about proposing, to Robyn. I guess you guys, after all these years, honey, it took him to realize that Robyn is the one, honey, but really it's Robyn is the one that's going to put up with all your foolishness, Juan. Okay, but I'm happy that, you guys are finally moving forward. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. How did y'all feel about Gizelle steady, talking about herself, while she's, picking out the ring for Robyn? How did y'all feel about that? Y'all feel like that's natural? Or, because you and Jamal just got back together, wouldn't you want, a few more years, Gizelle, of good behavior on his part until you start talking about marriage? It's kind of like, well, Robyn's getting married, so I need to get married. It's different with her and Juan, because, hell, they still been together, okay? This fool is out here making all these damn kids, okay? So, two different relationships, two different men. I would hold off. Me personally, you guys, I would need to see some time of him having good behavior. And I'm talking about Pastor Jamal Bryant, honey. Okay? You need a few years with him, Gizelle, to see how it's going to be, instead of, oh, well, Robyn's getting married. I need to be married. The other women are married. And oh my gosh. And come on, sis. Let's think. Let's use our brains, honey. Let's talk about Monique and Chris's goddaddy, Pearl. And, he's, I guess, her goddad too. Let's talk about all of that. Monique, what's going on with your podcast, sis? You're not selling that many tickets. Are people interested? I think that when people have money, they have this thought in their head, well, I have the means and I have the money, and it's just gonna take a lot more than that to get people interested in what you are doing. You have to have talent. Has any of you all seen Monique's Not for Lazy Moms podcast? Do you like it? Do you watch it? Where do you think she's going wrong with her business? Cause I just feel like it's a bad sign, Monique, as a businesswoman, to just be spending money. You shouldn't have to spend all that much money. And then she, got to saying, oh, well, if the people don't show up, I guess when it was actually live and stuff, I'm going to have to pay for this food since we didn't sell that many tickets. And girl, no, ma'am. No. You're going about this the wrong way. I think you need to rebrand yourself. Get rid of that stupid ass name, Not for Lazy Moms. Hell, you should have a podcast called For Lazy Moms. It should be because women want to be lazy. Shit. Okay. We ain't trying to be doing all this, that, and the third. Come on. Make it a luxury. I don't know, you guys, what she need to do, but whatever she doing now ain't it. It ain't it. So anyway, she tries to reach out to Wendy to invite her to her live podcast. And Wendy, honey, told her in so many words, honey, I ain't gonna be able to do it. Not today, and bitch, tomorrow don't look good either. I can't forgive you for dragging my girl Candace, honey. Okay? Wendy wasn't gonna make it. Robyn, she tried to call Robyn. I'm like, girl, she knew better than to call Gizelle's ass. We know Gizelle evil ass ain't coming because the bitch already is jealous of you and don't like you. So we know she ain't coming. Ain't no need to make that call. You were smart for that. But you called Robyn. That's a no. And then Wendy is Candace's friend. Hell no. I would have knew better than that. You should have just stuck with Karen and Ashley. Because anything else, Monique, you do at this point with these ladies, inviting them to places, it's begging and it just don't look good on you. They don't take you seriously because like I said before, your actions and your words are not matching up. You look like you don't have any integrity. You still on social media liking all these violent posts. Like, girl, make it make sense. Because right now, sis, it ain't making no damn sense. Pearl was trying to talk to her like, baby girl, everybody ain't gonna see all the changes that you have made. They ain't gonna see things the way that you do. And, they're just not, Monique, because they don't really feel like you are serious. And she really looked disappointed like, well, damn, I'm being iced out. Yes, ma'am, you are. Okay, you wrote a check that you asked K Cash, honey. Okay, you tried to write that check for Candace, but honey, you ended up being the one that has to cash that being iced out check. Okay, so the girls, they not here for your shit. I'm not here for all this lying you doing in these interviews. Don't you do no more interviews. Don't do no more interviews. Please leave it alone. Because you be told another lie. All right? Okay, so something that I was pretty shocked about is Gizelle and Jamal's conversation in the car. I guess he had just checked out one of their daughter's presentation at the school and he gets in the car. She's trying to rush him to the airport. Really loved the conversation that they had. I really loved everything Jamal said to her. I was like, oh. Okay, Jamal, I see why everybody taking their drawers off, honey, for you. Miss Robinson may be, well, you can't get mine off, honey, because I'm all them baby mamas and you impregnating everybody. That's a no, okay? That's a no. But I do like how he voiced his opinions about her thoughts. Gizelle was starting to miss Jamal more. And I remember I heard her say in an interview, I love that we don't live with each other and I get this kind of scene when I want to see him. And I understood her saying that because I kind of feel like that too in relationships. Like, I don't want to really live with you, but I'll see you, maybe on the weekends or whenever. So I thought that was cool, but now she wants something different because she realizes he's in, he's where they are at for like a day and then he's back in Atlanta and she doesn't like that. It's inconsistent and, she misses him. So I just thought that it was cute how she's now, changing her mind and she is being vocal about it with him. And I like how he kind of told her in so many words, I'm not a mind reader. I've already been at that point. I was waiting to hear that from you. I like what he said. He said, your battle cry was you needed to protect your space. And your priority was you safeguarding your individuality. I love how he put all of that. I know it don't sound like much, okay? And Jamal, I'm still side-eyeing you because of them kids. But for you to be a man, because let's face it, you guys, a lot of men don't fucking listen. And if you're a man listening to this, just disagree, damn it. You're going to disagree. But yeah, a lot of men don't listen. So this scene let me know he listens to her. And that is very key in a relationship. He says to her, I have been intentional to not infringe upon that. So I love that. Because that's important. That means he respects her boundaries. I also like when he said, I don't take anything for granted based off of old assumptions. That is, wow, that's important. And it's so weird because I've been kind of watching these two and I'm like, well, damn, do they have any chemistry? Well, they got to. They got all these kids. But then again, he got them with everybody else. I'm just saying, Jamal, I'm just saying. I ain't trying to be shady, honey. Just state the facts, honey. Okay? But I love this conversation. Gizelle, you need him more on this show. He needs to show more of who he is. I like hearing him speak. I do. I know about the baby mamas and other shit. You know, y'all know. If y'all know me, I'm messy. I'm still gonna drag his ass. But when you are a man and you're talking intelligently and intellectually, and I don't know, like, I love a man that's good with his words like that, understands, you know, where somebody is coming from. That's respect. That's cool. You know, I like this scene with them. It made me kind of root for them more. Jamal, keep it in your damn pants, though. Don't let Lil Willie out, okay? You don't need to play and no more vaginas, honey, okay? Just keep him right there for Miss Gizelle. But I like their communication. I thought it was cute because they both had mentioned, I'm different than what I was, you know, when we first got together, and he mentioned he's different. You know, he's grown in so many ways. So all of that, you guys, coming full circle, the way that it has with them is cool. Now y'all got to get them damn daughters on board, and that ain't gonna be no easy task, honey, because them kids don't play, Mr. Jamal. They looking at you, so you can't afford to even sneeze the wrong way, honey, okay? Because your babies is watching you, and they should, because they don't want no more foolishness for their mother. But their conversation, you guys, Miss Robinson loved it, because that's how it should be. You know, the listening and the not assuming and having respect for one's boundaries. And, you know, then I liked how she was like, am I feeling by myself? He said, no, I've been there. I've been feeling the way that you've been feeling. So that means he's ready to possibly move in. I don't think they should get married right now. I think they should just date. I think when people have money and they are on these shows, it's all about title and status, and they don't need to do that because they've already did that, right? They got the kids and all of that. Just focus on dating and being in a healthy place in the relationship. And then maybe after a year of dating or two, you know, then get married. But who am I? Who am I? Just some little YouTuber. All right. Just some little YouTuber. All right. Okay, really quickly, let's get to Karen and Ray. They are sitting down, you know, with the therapist. And if I hear that damn Ray say one more time, well, she used to just be a housewife. And, nigga, this ain't the 1920s no more, okay? Damn, like, he's just so old-fashioned. They end up talking about Karen and her putting her money behind him. Karen, you're married. That man had been holding you down for so many years. I mean, what's the problem? He has did it for you. You got to soldier up and do what you got to do for your man. You did that, but now I want my money back. I guess maybe you want it back because of his bad behavior. I guess I can understand that, but, you know, I don't know. I just feel like that sounds one-sided. Like, oh, I expected to be with you and you take care of me, but when you need help, I can't be there for you. That's not real love. Real love goes both ways, I feel. And I feel like Ray needs to adapt himself to this new situation. And he keeps saying how hard it is because now he's just Karen's husband. And I'm like, y'all are in a new place. She has money now. You don't like it. See, a lot of men, you guys, they have, and I don't want to say all men, but men that are fear-based, they have conflicting intentions. They want you to have money, but only so much and not as much as them. And they want to be able to control. Karen was much more controllable when she didn't have shit. Now she has everything and she can kind of have it without him. He's getting scared. So Ray, you need to figure out why you are in this marriage. And if you're in it because you really love this woman for who she is, then her having more, that shouldn't make you feel like any less of a man. It should make you feel like, damn, I've encouraged my woman to be the very best that she can be. And now she is that. And now I need to stand in that with her. Like, you stand side by side with each other. You know what I'm saying? Not know, oh, I'm in the front, she's in the back, and I'm only supportive as long as I'm in the front and I'm the one that has the most money. No. How are you really down for your relationship with that type of thinking? And that's all I keep hearing him say. Well, by the end of the meeting with the therapist, Karen and Ray were holding hands. So I guess they still love each other and they're going to work on it, but I don't know, you guys. Ray is looking a bit old-fashioned, honey. Okay? So let's get to Monique's podcast really quick. What did I notice? Why is it one of her moderators, she specifically told them the people in the audience can ask her anything, but she doesn't want to talk about the altercation that happened with Candace. Now, she told this person this right before the podcast started, and why the person would just ask her about the altercation is messy as hell, and the person should be fired. Okay, you fired, bitch, because you heard what I said, okay? I said what I said, all right? So, yeah, I thought that was crazy. Ashley tells Monique about what Karen said about how she would have pressed charges, hypothetically, if it was her, in the situation. Monique took offense to it the way I knew that she would. And, it is kind of offensive because it's like, you're my friend, but yet you're telling the person that they should call the police, but you're saying you're neutral. And this is what I'm talking about, Karen. It's okay for you to take up for Monique, because I get it, you guys. She needs somebody to be on her damn side. I know I wouldn't be, but she needs somebody, honey, okay? And it's just like, Karen, you can't play both sides against the middle. You can't play both sides. You gotta be neutral and just stay out of it, and don't hypothetically say anything of what you would do, because you're gonna piss somebody off and they're gonna take it the wrong way, and then you got another situation on your hands. Don't say nothing, just keep it to yourself, sis, okay? But yeah, Monique was offended by it, and I get it, But I think that, her and Karen are still cool. I think it's Candace and Karen that's not really cool right now, but we'll talk about that on another day, honey. Really quickly before I end the video, I liked at Wendy's event, she began talking and encouraging people to vote, and she talked a lot about local elections in your city, and, if you want to see real change, that's where the change begins, and not necessarily with whoever is in the White House. I totally agree with that. And let's give Wendy, honey, a big old nasty hand clap for saying so many intelligent things, honey, at her event, honey. Okay, I was here for all of it, honey. Okay, I just had to keep it at a minimum because we had to get to the mess. Okay, we got to get to the real meat and potatoes of the episode, honey. But that is concludes my recap, you guys, on Real Housewives of Potomac. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I am your girl, brand new, and I will check you guys out later.